Dun, 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 dun. When it comes crashing down and it hurts inside. Hello, hello. I'm late? What do you mean I'm late? It ain't that late. It's pretty early. Are you on a patio? Yes. Yes, I'm on a patio. A wonderful patio filled with glorious things. Just call me Pim Monk. I'm fine with that. I didn't realize it was that kind of stream. That's true. I am smoking a cigarette. Smoke a cigarette. You gotta shorten it a little bit. The full cigarette didn't even come out. It was smoke a cigarette. It's like you let your mouth finish the cigarette, but you don't actually put any smoke a cigarette. Smoke a cigarette. Oh shit. Most of my impersonations suck because I focus on one aspect of a person's voice. In Pim Monk's case, it's his kind of like graveliness. And then that's all I have. That's all I have to share. You know what I mean? I wonder if he's gonna end Prim rant tonight. XDDDD. I don't know. Probably not. I'm feeling and primmed out for the moment. I don't know. You got to capture the true essence of a character to do a good impression. That's where I fail. I focus in on one little mannerism, and that's all I do. It all just like everybody boils down to their one little mannerism for me. Return to the monkey or perish. Well, we're gonna perish anyway, but after we perish, I hope we return to monkey. Going the opposite direction is a fantasy, though. They're really, oh man, did I done do it? I done did it, fuck it. I ain't going for it. It ain't worth. It ain't worth. Take the mic, stone boy. Let's see. Can I reach this in any reasonable fashion? No. There we go. Dropped my cigarette and it rolled away. My cigarette rolled under the table. Return to algae. Yeah. Well, we're doing a good job of it. Afternoon, Paul. I'm slowly feeling the weight of time settle on my shoulders, and the idea of living for many years going forward, growing tiresome. Coping tips, suck it up. You don't cope with life, you look it right in the fucking face and you say, fuck you. Come on, give me what you got. Give it to me. I got these 2 fists up. You don't cope. No such thing as coping. You just headbutt life right in the fucking face. Every morning. Put 'em up, put 'em up. You think you'd be a pirate if you lived in the 1700s? I hope so. I don't know what the fuck I'd be if I lived in the 1700s, but I hope a pirate. You did shoot him, lad. Shot him well with a fine plug of tow. When it comes crashing down and it hurts inside. I am a real American. Fight for the rights of every man. I am a real... Why do I have the Hulk? Why do I have the Hulk stuck in my head? That's what I want to know. I have the Hulkamania song stuck in my head right now. I don't even know what to do with that. Bum, 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 bum. Are you more of an 80s or 90s kind of guy? I straddle them, man. I was born in 1980, so I did 0 to 10 in 1980. Got a lot of fond memories of that era. And then I did, 10 through 19 in the 90s. I mean, come on, how do you choose? How am I supposed to pick? Give me the whistle. Whistle me. Whistle me. Come on. Give me one. Not gonna do it. Oh, Chelsea said something and then retracted her message. What were you trying to say, Chelsea? I don't like missing a Chelsea message. Hello, TM. What's up with you? I feel I'm learning to complain less about the things I can't or are unwilling to change. It's better to complain and let your feelings out, or is it more effective to spend that time planning? I accidentally hit my voice to text and I posted what I had said IRL. Oh, Chelsea. Chelsea butt dialed a YouTube comment, dude. I didn't even realize I didn't even realize you could do that. You invented a new butt dial, Chelsea. You did shoot him, lad. Shot him with a fine plug of tow. I'm looking thick tonight. Well, thank you. I'm feeling pretty thick tonight. I might take out the Wraith tonight. I don't know. It's the closest we can get to a smoke sesh these days. Cheers, Paul, and congrats on your new life path. Well, thank you, Chels. I mean, these days, one day, our smoke sessions are not over. I've got the feeling that we've got many an in-person smoke session left to smoke, but I like how the titles have devolved into incomprehensible words unless I'm missing something. Well, the title of this one is an upscale brand of like jewelry and perfume. Perfume that I happen to be wearing right now. That's why I named it this. I went to the bathroom right before this started, and I saw some of my wife's Bvlgari perfume, and I gave myself a spritz because it smells really good. And then you went to smoke your pipe. Well, yeah. Mix a little delicious tobacco smell with expensive perfume. Sounds good to me. Sounds like a plan to me. Bum, bum. I'm gonna get double fucked up in celebration. Hey, good for you. Misty Mountain Cold, one of the only good things about the Hobbit films. Over the misty mountains cold. What is it? We must away ere break of day to find our long forgotten gold. Your neighbor just gave you weed? Dude, that's dope. Hope you said thank you. I hope you very politely thanked your neighbor, because that was an unnecessary kindness that they paid you. every time I tried to watch the Lord of the Rings films, I would get too high and then forget what happens. I've done this 10 times, and I've not learned my lesson. Hey, you know what they say, dude? 11th time is a charm. I have tried Kona coffee, yes. I worked for Starbucks for a long time, and they briefly sold Kona. Very expensive coffee. Plans to be Santa? None. None. Not this year. Not this noche. I really think, interestingly enough, that my choice to grow my beard and my hair out has really killed my ability to be Santa. Because I ain't dyeing my fucking hair. I really like this tobacco. This is my favorite one so far. I bought a bunch of different ones. This Cornell and Deal Bourbon Blue. I don't know what it is, man. I don't remember what the price of it was. I actually had somebody send me some as a gift, too. So I think this was one of those that was sent to me as a gift, so I really don't know. Gandalf the Stoner. Gandalf was a stoner already. What do you think the pipe weed was in fucking Lord of the Rings? You think it was tobacco? I mean, come on. Yeah, look at that Gandalf laugh gif meme that's where he's like, and tell me that dude wasn't smoking. You realize that, what's his name? Sir, fucking, the guy that plays Gandalf, or played Gandalf, was a huge pothead, right? Yeah, Sir Ian McClellan, or McKellen, yeah. McClellan, whatever. McClellan. Yeah, no, he's a big old pothead. Well, I won't speak for all theater actors the world over, but let's just say that in my experience, it's about 80-20 stoners to non-stoners in theater. What's the difference between a warlock and a wizard? I think a warlock is like more demonic, right? Like a wizard is all about like casting spells and controlling the elements and stuff, and a warlock is all about like communing with the demons. Sonic or Mario. Like if I had to choose one, probably Mario, but like Sonic's pretty close, dude. I'm telling you, Sonic 1, 2, 3, and Sonic CD, some of the best games ever made. And then they started to kind of go downhill after that. And then we got like Sonic Spinball, and that was like, I must really suck at this game. That's what I thought when I was a kid. I must really suck at this game. Turns out the game sucks. Whoops. Yeah, I played Magic the Gathering back in high school. We looked at some of my old Magic cards on a stream not that long ago. Oh, dude, Sonic CD is the best Sonic game ever made. Has the best soundtrack. Has the coolest little gimmick where there's like 3 different versions of every world that you can switch through. It's awesome. Oh. I think I owned The Offspring's first CD. I wish I could free the tiny man locked inside of my beating heart. Wow. That's deep and profound. I can't even keep up with all the new set. Yeah, I don't keep up with Magic, but too many new rules and too much new bullshit going on. But yeah, I played Magic back in the day when Magic was cool. I don't know who the Distillers are. I knew a guy one time that said when people got together to smoke tobacco, it was called a herf. H-E-R-F. That's what he used to call it. A herf. Is that what we're doing now? We're herfing. I think we're having ourselves a herf. What a disgusting word for such a pleasant experience. I don't think it's a disgusting word. What's disgusting about herf? Paul has anxiety. This guy sees right through me into the very essence of my soul. Now that's true. I do have anxiety. Sounds like a combination of burf and barf with an H. Okay. Please describe how the weather is in great detail. Great detail. All right, it's crisp. It's been raining the last couple of days, so there's a little drizzle. It's a very misty, kind of wet, cold. Skies clearly overcast. I've got the resin collected already. It's on my tray. I feel like I could vape, but I'm not convinced. Don't do it. Don't vape it. Smoke it. Do you own guns? None ya. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. A man has a right to defend what's his own. Yeah, you got to be careful with the resin though, because it do hit different. Most of the time. Ideally, a crack style pipe where you heat it from underneath would work best. Oh, for resin? Yeah. Use a stove and hot plate it. This is starting to sound like a bad idea, y'all. North, south. North, south, west, east. That's how they do it. I always do it backwards. I do north, south, east, west. Is that the satanic way of doing it? Because it's supposed to be north, south, west, east. The Eastern Orthodox way. Oh, really? They do north, south, east, west? That's cool. I like that one better. That one feels right. This one feels right. This one doesn't feel right to me. Maybe that should be my new thing. I've got the hand position down. You've got to have this very lazy-ish two-finger open palm kind of. You can't be too hard with it. You gotta just let it. Yeah, it's north, south, west, east is the way that the Catholics do it. But I've always done it north, south, east, west. Baphomet Beauregard, dude. Yeah. A train must be bothersome. It really isn't. I like the train. I grew up near a train, though. So, 'tis not bothersome to me. 'Tis soothing. Can the conductor see from where you are? No. I very much doubt the conductor can see me, but I give him this anyway. Okay, that's enough weed. I've reached my happy place now. I'll tell you guys one of the problems that I have doing Highdeology sometimes. There is such a thing as too high to do Highdeology. I like to do a Highdeology from between a 5 and a 7. That's like Highdeology gravy train. If I go to an 8, things go off the rails. And if I reach a 9 or a 10, things can't even go forward. Eight plus and it's hard to talk, yeah. So like 5 to 7, I'm probably at a good like 5.56 right now. That's exactly where I want to be. Yeah, 4 or 5. So I'm within that 5, 6, 7 range right now. You can get to 8 with a bowl. I can get to 8 with multiple bowls. I can get to a 5 or a 6 with a nice tight bowl, like I smoked here in front of you guys. I'm usually on a 3 or 4 on an average Highdeology, but back when I had weed regularly when I was working at the prison for the summer, I'd be bodied sitting here, unable to chat or even think cogently. Yeah. 5 best human inventions off the top of your head. 5 best human inventions? Okay, off the top of my head. Electricity. Or I guess we didn't invent electricity, but the harnessing of electricity. You gotta put that one on there. Refrigeration. The car. The plane. And the internet. See, I don't think humanity invented music. Anybody who thinks humanity invented music has not listened to the song of nature. Every bit is perfect and every bit is deep and meaningful as any kind of symphony ever written. Name the best invention not invented by humans. The dam. Them beavers know, man. Them beavers been doing it. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, thank you, Cat Stevens. I don't know why Cat Stevens just jumped into my head, but that made me feel good. I listen to the wind of my soul. Good old cat. Or I'm sorry, his name is Yusuf Islam now. Where I'll end up, well, I think only God really knows. I sat upon the setting sun, but never, 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 I never wanted water once. No, never, never, never. That'd be a good one for you to learn, Phoebe, if you don't know it. I listen to my words, but they fall far below. It's called, it's by Cat Stevens, and it's called, I think it's called The Wind of My Soul, or Wind of My Soul. But that's probably not what it's called. I'm trying to think of the name of that song. What is that song called? It might just be called The Wind. You'll be able to find it. I swam upon the devil's lake. It's one of the most beautiful songs ever written. Beautiful, straight up, solo guitar, solo acoustic guitar and singing. Just popped into my head. Yeah, Cat Stevens had some bangers. Peace Train is great, but I mean, my favorite is I don't know the name of the song. It's the la 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 la. There's a lot of good people get bad out there. Ooh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. Hard to get by just upon a smile. Wild world, yeah. And I'll always I love the way he growls into that, you know, he does the, ooh, baby, baby, it's a wide world. Hard to get by just upon a smile. Boom, 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 boom. Ooh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. And then he growls into this next one. He goes, and I'll always remember you like a child girl. Good stuff. But Wind of My Soul is fucking dope, dude. He might have done Wind of My Soul after he changed his name to Yusuf Islam. I'm not sure. Jim Croce. I'll have to check it out. Yeah, I like it when vocalists growl their way into a song or into a note. Do you listen to The Cure? I do. I do like me some Cure now and again. I'm not the biggest Cure head, but I get in moods sometimes where it's just got to be some Cure, you know. Got to listen to a little bit of The Cure. Tim Pseudonym, I'm about to ban you, bro. Just letting you know. Putting you on notice. How could you get rid of a cool name like Cat Stevens? Yeah, I don't know, man. Well, he converted to Islam, so he chose an Islamic name. Don't fear the Reaper. Little Blue Oyster Cult. You guys aren't going to introduce me to any classic rock, okay? Probably. Jim Croce, I've probably heard. I just don't recognize the name. If I listened to Jim Croce's best song, I'd probably heard it. Burning for You. Burning for You is good. Less Than Jake. What was their big song? What was Less Than Jake's big song? I remember the band name, but I don't remember what their big song was. I was not into death metal, no. I don't see. I can't get it from 1985. I don't know. Why are you trying to put Margarita in Margaritaville in my head when I've got The Wind in my head, dude? Cat Stevens just popped into my head. I look at that as like a gift from an artist when that happens to me. Sometimes I'll be sitting around fretting about something and then just an artist pops in and makes me feel a little better. I do like Christmas music. I gotta be honest with you, working for Starbucks almost ruined it for me, but I've gotten to the point where I can hang with it. I like Winter Wonderland and Silver Bells. I think those are probably my favorites. And I like Noel, the first Noel. That's probably my favorite religious one. I like Silent Night. I can deal with Silent Night as well. Jingle Bell Rock I can't hang with no more. White Christmas is pretty good too. I like the movie that White Christmas is based around. It's a good movie. Rocking Around the Christmas Tree. I don't know, man. That one's pretty fucking lame, to be honest with you. Yeah, I have not played Red Dead Redemption 2 yet. I don't know. Don't wanna. You weighed in on TJ and Kyle Kolinsky's disagreement on the Medicare vote? No, I have not. I didn't realize that they were in a disagreement. I haven't really been paying attention to Twitter much lately. I've been dumping anti-jokes on it. My head was filled with anti-jokes yesterday. Not auntie jokes, but anti-jokes. There we go. I should probably say that. The anti-joke. The why did the chicken cross the road? Because there's clearly more food on the other side of the road. That's the anti-joke. I was dropping a bunch of those. But, I haven't really been following Twitter disagreements. What's the disagreement? What's the foundation? I swam upon the devil's lake, but never, 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 never. I'll never make the same mistake. No, never, never, never. Door versus AOC. Door says the squad is fake corporate Dems, and they should force Pelosi to put the Medicare for All bill to a vote. I mean, I can see two sides of that argument. On one hand, put it to a vote in the House, possibly pass it in the House, dies in the Senate, or it dies on President Trump's desk, and then the Democrats have lost again. You know what I mean? AOC is controlled opposition. Ooh, that's a hot take, Jason. Yeah, I don't think the Democrats need a loss, but I don't know. Whatever. I really don't care what they do, to be honest with you. They could go up there and jerk off on Capitol Hill for all I fucking care anymore. I know the game. I know how it's played. I know what the real decisions are all made about. I think TJ said that it shouldn't be forced to. I mean, I'm not saying it shouldn't. I'm saying I don't give a fuck. Do your little fucking token vote. Don't do the token vote. Whatever. Just keep being ineffectual. Keep being disappointing. The effect is exactly the same. I don't know that I'd argue with somebody about it, honestly, that had a hard position one way or the other. It's like, okay, whatever. Even if an M4A vote doesn't pass the House, it will give triage to what Congress members need to be pushed out for Dems that would vote for it. I mean, we don't already know. We're not already aware which Dems need to be pushed out. Like, fuck this shit. Paul, you should go on the Jimmy Dore show or the Katie Halper show to discuss this with them. Well, fucking tell them to invite me. Like, I don't just get to, like, call people up and go on their shows, you know? I'll discuss whatever with whoever, but not if they don't reach out to me. I have a question. Do you believe the actual votes aren't getting counted in our general election scenario, or do you believe the system is just so generally corrupt it's beyond saving? I don't think those things are mutually exclusive beliefs. But I think I tend more towards the so corrupt, not worth saving camp. Calling your show your name show is kind of lazy. I guess so, unless you've got a name, you know? Like, you've got, like, a big name. Like, if you're Michael Jordan, you'd probably be smart to call your show the Michael Jordan Show, you know? Or something with Michael Jordan. Duncan with Michael Jordan or some shit, you know? How did Mitch McConnell get so much power? Because he's a greedy old fucking corporate mummy. And he worked his entire long, ceaseless political career to enrich the rich and to tamp down the working class and tamp down the poor. That's how he got so much fucking power. That's how any powerful politician got so much fucking power. just so you know. Dunking on him with Michael Jordan, dude. I'm recording the question. Is it less the votes themselves from the machines are meaningless, or more the rich are the ones who actually hold the power and have meaningful voting ability? It's neither. It's that voting itself is meaningless because you're shuffling. You're shuffling fucking corporate bobbleheads around and pretending you're doing something. Like it's. Now, I do believe that our vote has been subverted. Like, I do believe that votes in America are not tallied properly. I do believe that voting machines are compromised. I don't even really need to believe it. It's just the truth. It's out there. There have been stories since I was a fucking kid about this type of machine being easily compromisable, or that type of machine being easily compromisable, or this type of machine being hacked, or that type of machine spitting out improper results. I mean, we have a woefully backwards, woefully fucking ridiculous voting system of voting. And the Electoral College is just like this relic from a bygone era that continues to stymie any kind of progress that would possibly happen through the electoral system. Biden will be forgetful when it comes to the American people and their needs. He will not be forgetful when it comes to his big corporate donors and their needs. The Biden administration will definitely remember to make sure that bankers and Wall Street executives get a lot more money. Is this going to be fixed in any way? Or are 8 million new Americans doomed to poverty? I don't know. I mean, things are going to get worse if that's what you're asking. What do you think school never teaches us about corruption? I mean, we never talk about it. Yeah, I don't know. Vosh seems to think everyone not voting would help the people at the top. Voting helps people at the top, not voting helps people at the top. There's no way to not help the people at the top. I think that's kind of the point. Continuing to participate in their rigged electoral process helps the people at the top. Not continuing to participate in their rigged electoral process helps the people at the top. Americans are given the illusion of a choice. Yes. Yes, that's my contention. That has been my contention. That we are kept kind of captive by our delusion that we have some sort of power as a people. What's the first thing you're going to do after getting a COVID vaccination, Paul? Wait for other people to get it? Like, things that you don't just go get vaccinated and then go back out into the world. You get vaccinated and then you wait for, a significant chunk of people to get it, and then you start slowly but surely going to places that aren't completely packed. But I'm hoping to try and go somewhere after Christmas. A camping trip or something. Somewhere where we can not be around tons of people. It's coming up on 2 years now since I took anything that you would call a vacation. So I think it's about time. The U.S. used to have a bunch of parties to choose from back in the 19th century and even into the early 20th century. Where did we go wrong? The consolidation of power happened. We sat by and allowed power to be consolidated in this country. And once it was consolidated, we were too comfortable to wrest it back. That's not even true? Okay. Well, thank you for disproving me. What, rad kid? What? I'll just say my name. Well, all systems are subject to entropy. So yes, all systems are doomed to fail. No, I wasn't talking to you. I was saying it's not true that we were a pluralist system in the 1800s. Oh, well, I mean, there were more niche parties in the 1800s and early 1900s. And corporations weren't quite the same, though the roots were there, yeah. We were most certainly a better representation of pluralism before the Civil War, yes. Indeed. Indubitably. I can say indubitably now because I smoke a pipe. Indubitably. Indubitably, sir. Do you think humanity will ever make it off this dying ship? No. And I don't think the ship is necessarily dying. It's just losing the ability to support us as a life form and most other life forms. That doesn't mean that the planet itself is dying. It's my contention that this planet will likely be teeming with life until the sun swallows it. I just don't happen to think that that life will necessarily include us. Hopefully it won't. Well, hopefully for the billions of possible species that may arise in this planet's remaining lifetime, it doesn't, yes. We don't play well with others. We're a naughty species. But don't worry, Mom's gonna fix it all soon. Mom's coming around to put it back the way it ought to be. Killing a planet is kind of a weird phrase. Killing the land base, yeah, but a planet is still going to be a planet. The environment is that which is being destroyed, yes. And the environment really isn't being destroyed, it's being changed. It's been changed to something that's hostile to us and most other forms of life on the planet, but one great big festering neon distraction. I've a suggestion to keep you all occupied. Subnautica has me thinking about this recently. Really? Well, good for you, buddy. I am not subject to your corporate fiction. I am the all caps living man. We're changing the environment back to a state where life currently in it cannot be sustained. Yes, yes. Yes, we are. Does Dinor feel love? He certainly inspires it. Whether he feels it in the way that we feel it, I couldn't tell you. But he certainly inspires it. Dolphins will run the planet come 4,000 years. You think? You think so, huh? Return to a sustainable way of living is the only answer. That doesn't mean return to monkey. Our ancestors lived in relative harmony with their environment for over 100,000 years. Our current kind of paradigm has been going for, I don't know, at most 2,000 years? 3? Seems to me that the monkey that everybody makes fun of us returning to had shit figured out that we didn't know. At the very least, how to live in equilibrium with its fucking environment. And then people would say, at the mercy of its environment. Well, yes, like a fucking animal. The Dust Bowl of the 1930s, dude, my grandparents lived through that shit. They migrated to California because of that shit. The Dust Bowl was fucking apocalyptic, dude. And a consequence of, like, over fucking agriculturalizing an area. Like, destroying the topsoil of an area with monoculture farming. And then allowing that entire topsoil to be picked up by the wind and blown away. I wonder what would happen if all the major countries with nukes all nuked each other's nukes. Like all of the nukes meet in the sky. Would it open a wormhole? No, it would just create a big giant explosion that rained fucking radiation down on the planet. Would create a bunch of giant nuclear explosions in the air that would destroy all of us. Did you ever take questions from the comments and future Highdeologies? Everything I would want to talk to you about is too complicated to discuss typing while you speak with a 200 character limit. Them's your limits, man. I don't know what to tell you. Like, if you can't succinctly ask me a question, we can't have like a chat versation in the traditional sense of the word. That's not how Highdeology works. So you got your 200 characters to say what you got to say. And I got as many characters as I fucking want to rebut. Yeah, Paul. Can you just give me like fucking like 90 minutes of your time, bro? I want to write a fucking screed for you to respond to on Highdeology. It's like, no. It's an exercise in economy. You have to be economical with your comments to me. Your young adult mystery novel. Yeah. Does it scare you a little that China is moving troops to India and saying they're going to send troops into Canada as well? I mean, China has been known to make a lot of like proclamations and shit, but in the past has kind of backed down. I don't think China's quite ready for their world takeover maneuver yet, but I mean, you can look forward to a lot of fucking war in the future, so who knows? Oh my god. I'm just gonna start banning people. Just gonna start banning stupid questions. Shit asking me if I know about other fucking YouTube personalities, asking me what fucking strain of weed I'm smoking. I'm about to order 66 this shit. I'm sick of reading fucking stupid meme talk and shit. You got nothing to say but a fucking meme? You better not say it out loud. Say it to yourself. Open up a little fucking Word document, and while you're watching this, type your stupid shit into that. I'll put them on notice, and then if I have to, I'll call the order. Too stupid to fucking exist. Low grade chat tonight, yeah. It's been pretty low grade for the last couple of years, or days, I mean. I feel like either, like maybe word has gotten around that I'm doing these often again, and some of the old trolls are creeping back into the chat, or just the general fucking stupidity of people has gotten exponentially worse. I would be more engaged, but I'm playing Cyberpunk 2077. Oh, gotcha. Dude, I've been playing it a little bit here and there too, and like it keeps, like I had a couple of crashes where it's like was heading to a mission, and every fucking time I tried to get to this mission, it would crash on the way there. And then I finally just like fast traveled around a bunch and was able to get to the mission. There's definitely some bugs. I know, I don't hate furries. I think furries are alright. Yeah, it has been a while before we got a game that wasn't aimed at the wide audience of gamers. It was like squarely aimed at adult people. Well, that's not true. Like fucking what was that fucking game called that I love so much? It's like a isometric top-down RPG set in like a different kind of like a weird fuck. I'm forgetting the name of it now. Not Hades. It's more recent than Planescape, but it's that type of that type of game. Came out like this last year. I played tons of it. I fucking loved it. Now I'm brain farting on the fucking name. It's got a weird name. It's not Wasteland. It's not Tyranny. I don't know. Disco Elysium. Thank you. That game was definitely squarely aimed at adults. Oh yeah. I heavy recommend that game. Like, I want to play through it again, but I'm trying to wait long enough that I don't remember everything about it so that I can kind of experience it again from a different perspective. But, dude, that game was like life-changing to me. Game brought me to tears. Think about that shit. When's the last time you played a game that brought you to tears? That game brought me to tears. Do you have any thoughts on Death Stranding? Yeah, I liked it when I started it, but it really got grindy, and it was really samey, and I got tired of doing it, and I stopped playing it. I cried when I couldn't beat that one level in Lord of the Rings: Return of the King on PS2. Yeah. Me too. Me too, bro. What's the best game that applies to every age and walk of life? I'd say Tetris. Tetris, dude. Tetris, yeah. Tetanus. Tetanus. Trying to 5-star everything and put like 100 hours into it. The music in the world is magical. Loved the soundtrack. Yeah, I mean, the soundtrack is really great. The world building was really great. But I just fucking like... I got fucking beat down by that game. Just the constant grinding. Disco Elysium was excellent, not for the ADHD mood though. No, definitely a game that you want to like take your time and just kind of like chill and play, you know? No, I have yet to finish the DFF game. I've got to do it. I've got to bust out and finish that game. The Telltale Walking Dead games brought me to tears. Yeah, I played those. They didn't bring me to tears, but they were good. I have not played Doom Eternal. No. feel like I'm getting old. Most of the competitive games don't interest me as much as they used to. I'm liking more story and chill games these days. I always liked those. Like, my favorite games when I was a kid were... I'm trying to think of, like, what I would have said my favorite fucking game was when I was, like, 12. Or 13 or 14. Probably, Shining Force on the Genesis. Which is, like, an early tactical RPG. Fucking amazing. Shining Force 1 and 2 on the Sega Genesis. Oh, my fucking God, dude, those games. Amazing soundtracks, great stories, great characters, great gameplay. Shining Force, I like both of them, but Shining Force 2 is fucking amazing in a way that 1 isn't. Hey, Paul, when you and your lady gonna have a kid? Never. Thanks, Eastern Europe. Somewhere around never. Which side you pick in Cyberpunk? I started as a corpo. Some of the first games I remember playing was Doom when I was like 4. I grew up playing Sonic a lot too. Yeah. Dude, Slade. Yeah. It's all about the Slade, dude. Didn't we play that together? Didn't I watch you play it or something one day? Didn't you, like, share screens with me or some shit? And I watched you play through fucking Shining Force. Dun 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 dun. Good night, y'all. Good night, Lloyd. Thank you for the $10. In your opinion, was Tony Soprano a competent boss? No, he was not. That's kind of, I think, the point of the show. You watched me play up until a tentacle monster squid boss. Oh, yeah. Dude, that boss is like, that's the skill check boss. The Kraken. Shining Force 2 is like pretty easy game until you hit the Kraken, and then you're like, oh, this is a game. Okay. The difficulty goes... Dun 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 dun. I liked KOTOR 1 better than 2. Personally. Thought the story was better. I have not gone to the Soul system and explored it in Elite Dangerous. I need to fucking pop back into Elite. Get my flight stick and shit set back up and just pop back into Elite. Needs to happen. Get my voice attack set back up. Just chill in Elite. Sounds fun to me. Sounds like good times to me. Needs to happen tonight. No, ain't gonna happen tonight. I might take out the Wraith tonight, but that ain't gonna happen tonight. I did play XCOM, yeah. XCOM is a very difficult game. If you don't make the right decisions, it's one of those games where it's like, you can get by in it for a long time, but if you fucked up on your base building or fucked up on your allocation of resources or the training of your soldiers and shit, you hit a wall And it's just like there's no amount of fixing it. Like if you fucked up, you just fucked up. I beat XCOM 1 when I was young. I don't think, because wasn't XCOM 2 the underwater one? I played that one, but I don't remember beating it. Or are you talking about the new XCOMs? Because they remade the XCOM. I haven't beat either of the new XCOMs. But the old XCOMs is what I'm talking about. I did play Ogre Battle, yeah. Rented it from a Blockbuster and played it as much as I could. The new Harry Potter game might be fire, probably not. Enemy Unknown, Terror from the Deep, yeah. I never beat the underwater one. Do-do-do, 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 ba-na-na. Should make a 2D Sonic game with only water levels. No. No. Has a fan ever did something like that, show up at your house? No. No. And if they did, they would not find the welcome mat rolled out for them. I would chase them off in a very, very mean way. And I would make sure that they never made the mistake of coming to my house again. Do you think people would really panic if aliens were confirmed? No, I don't. Oh, if somebody did it while I was streaming, you get to hear me berate them. You would get to hear me berate them. It would be fantastic. Well, I'm done. Have a good night, everybody.